Audu Billahi Minash Shaitanir Rajim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In the Gulf of Mexico, there is an ecological disaster. BP, one of the largest petroleum producers in the world, has caused an epidemic. There's been confusion as far as how much oil is being lost out of the hole in the ground. BP claims that it's 5,000 barrels per day. In the initial stages of reporting this case, many of the Western medias estimated, and many researchers estimated, initially it was only 10,000 barrels per day. The economic proportions and destruction of the BP oil spill affects fisheries, affects ecosystems across 6 states, and they're even saying that it will go up the eastern seaboard. I don't stand in front of you today as an American. I stand to you today as a Muslim to tell you that there's an element of morality that corporate America forgot. And the conspiracy goes as follows. Many of the people who say the oil spill was not a mistake, it was done by secret societies. Well, one of the theories is as follows. 2 factions in the Bilderberg's family, or the upper 5% of elite's family, was actually trying to claim rights or drilling rights to the region that has been approved. In order to increase profits, one family sent a contracted Blackwater team of 12 to actually set detonations to the drilling facility. It's also been reported that the drilling facility had issues with gas leaks almost 30 days prior to the destruction of the platform. In a session in Congress, BP blames Halliburton. Halliburton blames BP. Deep water mechanisms or deep water shutoff valves were not installed in the drilling of this within this platform. Halliburton has gave BP defective machinery, which resulted in an ineffective drilling process where it has been noted that the concrete used to seal the hole was worked on within 7 hours when it was supposed to set for at least 3 days. Deep water temperatures, meaning sub-zero temperatures or very cold climate, did not enable the concrete to set before they began drilling. Halliburton was a part of actually allowing BP to proceed, even though they knew that there was a margin, a massive margin for error. Drillers were killed. The seas have been affected. Oceans will always remember this day. The ecology, the chemistry of our oceans is being destroyed as they're putting chemical dispersants within the waters, causing sea mammal to die. We have been watching this, brothers and sisters, in our media. We've been taking clear notes or scanning by it as we switch to our favorite sitcom, whether it be The Simpsons or The Family Guy. Between this menacing propaganda that's being pumped down our throats, I want to speak to you right now very clearly. If you haven't been able to escape the deception of your Western society now, I will give you the keys to escape the deception of the media, to escape the deception of propaganda. Let it be made completely clear that members in the BP hierarchy, from the CEOs to different factions of management have lied to the American people, have lied to the world, making it seem as though they're God. Clearly, BP and most of the executives are trying to keep the shareholders happy by telling them, we have it under control. This will not be an epidemic. This will not be destructive to the environment. Lies and lies and deception and deception. And then this hope of technology actually saving the world. First, BP used the top hat, another funneling system, a long pipe 5 miles long to extract up to 5,000 gallons per day into a tanker above the surface. Different chemical dispersants, as I said earlier, as well as burning the oil into the atmosphere. Obama claiming control, that is his responsibility, and that the government is with us every step of the way. The sarcasm so thick, I can eat it. They can't even lie with their faces straight. And the story goes as follows. Man was greedy for his love for oil, too greedy to admit to himself. Hence, greed does not lead to responsibility. As days went on, we naively thought that this petroleum would ease all of our concerns in the world, our energy crisis. I'm not against petroleum, but I'm against greed. Powers that be wanted to maintain an institution that goes back further than the Industrial Revolution. These powers of traditional income, traditional money, traditional capital, racist traditional capital, made sure that they would keep civilizations enslaved under their protocols to perpetuate this idealism that through oil we would find Shangri-La, a sort of utopia, in the idea of the construct that reality slapped us in the face, that we lost this time. There is no we that lost. It's corporations that lost. The recession and what we're dealing with, an oil leak. They say they're going to raise prices for oil, but the recession's so bad, oil prices have been maintaining a certain low, which goes to show that we've been deceived. Oil's leaking every day. Oil prices are not going up. They may go up. That's true. But will they hurt our economy that they so wonderfully control, orchestrately control? And as we sit here today, wondering, how will we be played again as a society and believing certain things that are all false? This system begins to crumble. For a moment, we see a crack in what we know to be consistent and strong. Take your hats off. Salute the oil spill that went on. It's a tragedy that our environment has to pay for reality to wake up. That we are lied to on a day-to-day basis by corporations, and that we are lied to believe that these superpowers are divine in nature and they can correct things by waving their hands or create things with the use of engineers and technology, that it can save us if we only believe. Yet the belief in this foolishness is what the atheist says, that we believe in God is equally as foolish. But unfortunately, our God gives us air every day. BP gives those atheists and those secularists nothing. The government gives those secularists nothing. There's no money for anyone who is affected in the Gulf, in Louisiana, Alabama, or any of the surrounding states. The impact of this goes beyond anyone's comprehension today. This is your brother Umar, signing out. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.